Okay, this is not a video I'm giving out to anybody. This is for you. It's very frustrating to talk online. We're in two different worlds, but that's okay. We're in the same school. You do what you do, and all those numbers you put, I don't have your grid anymore, Jen. But all those numbers I saw, and I saw what you did yesterday, I don't understand the same day. Sometimes it can take me a week or a month. I have so many things flowing in my head. I'm only one person sitting in this empty house that you see, just like you. So I don't know. I look at everything you do. I watch the videos once or twice. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I'm happy that you don't make 100 videos and you're in so much control. That is great. You go out and you work on your trailer. That is great. You get the energy from the outside. You're breathing their air. Did you see the movie The Matrix? Didn't you hear what he says? I don't like the stink of the air because we breathe their air. It's electronic. Cat in the hat. The meter is running. Remember what's that planet that broke up and it's going all around? The meter is running. It's all water inside of here. The meter is running. The meter is running. You know, hydro, just put this in my head. Here's two sides of my head, okay? And it's running on both sides. It's getting information on both sides, okay? And here's the bull, okay, that comes out of my nose, okay? I breathe this in. And I breathe out. The meter is running. Okay? So we don't match, so it doesn't matter. So you don't understand me sometimes. I don't understand you. I mean, there's so many things we can do. This is set up for my video. 7 and 1 is the piano. You get the 1, you connect to the 7, you have your 8. Okay? Link these together. You get the 7 to connect it to the 6. You link these together. Now you link 1 in between these two here. This becomes 7 by 7 is 49 and 14 equals 63. That becomes your 9 that's in between. 9 in between 7 times 1, 7 plus 1 is 15 is 6. You get 6, 9. Then this one over here becomes 55. Okay, and because there's a 0 in it, 7 times 6 is 42 plus 13 is 55. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 6 equals 7. So you'll get a 7 on this side, a 9 on this side, and over here you'll get 7 times 7 and 8 and 7 is 15. You'll get a 6. You'll get 697 is how this is going to set up. Okay, here's your 1776. Here's your 2 times 888, 3 times 592, 4 times 444, 6 times 296, 8 times 222. Hold on, my son is sending me a message. Okay. Okay, perfect. Picking me up for work. Perfect. Okay. So, oh, what happened to my video? Okay. So, and then we get to the bottom. The only numbers that are not in here, okay, not inside of here is 5, 7, and 9. The only numbers that are not inside of here. 5 is in between. It creates a V from the 7 to the 9. And on the telephone, they remove the Q and the Z. By removing the Q and the Z, they're both 8 and 8. They remove both 8 worlds, they put it on number 1. Why? Because when you put the 8 onto number 1, or both 8s, it becomes 80. The 0 becomes 6, becomes 86. You multiply it together 8 times, or you can add it together and it can become 14. I'm going to show you how it works out the number 14. Where is it? See 14? 24, 14. And then it equals out to 74. 74 by 24 is 1776. 7 by 4, 7 plus 4 equals 28 and 11 equals 39 plus 14 equals 53. Electric Company, May 5th. And if you take a look on your cellular phone, take out the back of the phone, and it shows the same numbers. And then it reads 168. It reads 168 inside of it. This is May 21st. The 5th month, the 21st day. 1 and 2 is 3. Electric Company, and this is how we get it. This is 5 and this is 3. Now we got May 5th. Now let me go back to over here. So after we take all these numbers that create all these numbers here by these multiples, okay, which totals up to 24. The 3 that are missing, 9 and 7 is 16, plus 5 is 21. The cube has 1 to 5 added equals to your 21. When you add them up over here, 5 and 7 is 12, and 9 equals to 21. Okay, 5 by 9, okay, is 35. 35 by 9 is 270, and 275, 9 times 5 is 45, is 315. This says ace. Okay, your ace reader. 3 times 15 is 45, is 9, however you want to look at that. So we're going to come down over here. When we add up each individual row, we get 28, 39, 28. Okay, do you want me to show you something? I was speaking directly to you, but I think I'm going to make this a video that's out there. Albert Einstein, 57, is the name Albert. Bear is to have a child. L-B-E-R is the light. Okay, the light bulb. That's what it is. 57 is the moon, plus 6, because the T letter has a 0 and it adds 6 to it, equals to 63. When you multiply it, 5 by 7, 5 plus 7 equals 35, and 12 equals 47. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 is 8 and 15. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 5. When you add them together, you get 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 will equal to your 11. Okay? You have 5, you have 11, you have 5. 5, 3, 3, 5, electric company on both sides, coming out of the number in the moon, and Albert Einstein. Einstein, when you total his number, 5959, E-N-I, E-N-I, E-I-E-I-O, Albert Einstein. The animals, and how we have the circle of life because it's being controlled by the moon, or down in Gaia and the moon, whichever one you want to go. The N is the crossing. Here's your 28. See that 28 over here? See that 39 over here? ST39 from Albert Einstein. 1776, all connected to 1776, 28, 39, 28 equals 95. 95, and Einstein is 95, the same number. Same numbers as 28 and 39 is the same numbers used to connect to 1776. Then when you come down here one step further, if we can add it and multiply it, man on the moon, 28 is both the moon cycles of 13, 13, 13, in which is 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Electric company, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. DC power, 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 plus 4 is 7, is 19. 3 by 19 equals 57. We're back on the moon together. Your AC DC power, powered up. 131 is that AC power of 1919, the moon cycle. And the cycle that they were talking yesterday about, the 19 times 19 is 361, which is your fractal time. Since all zeros equal 6, because we have to bring it down to the Earth, and the Earth must get a number in order to transmit the energy. This 28, which will become 10, plus 6 equals 7. This is 39, it stays at 3. This becomes 7, we have 737. If we go one step further, 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 is the 31 days, and 7 days of the month equal 217. 17 is how we connect to Mars. There are 2 moons on Mars. There's 2 areas that we will connect this number. I will not bring it in, but what I will show you is 31. 31 is go to jail. We go to jail, we come to Earth, a man gets 6. We're now in Monopoly. We're coming out of a visiting jail. From go to jail, the 31st area, we're now on number 37. Number 37 is Park Place. How about Park Place? How about heaven? H and E in Chaldean, okay, is 5, 5, right? H is 5, 8 for F, G for 3, H for E, right? H and E is 5, you have 5 and 5. 37 place, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 would be your go, but at the 37, this is where you get the ring, where you have the bracelet or the ring inside Monopoly next to short line rails. 37 and 37 is the 74, and we come back to the beginning and how they link. Electric company. 7 times 3, we're going to go through this straight instead of doing it this way. We're going to do it together. 7 by 3 by 7 equals 147. 147 connects to 369, and now man is electric sensory perception, ESP, Earth, Saturn, and Pluto. 164. Forget about the 1. You can say 11 if you want. 6 by 4, 6 plus 4 will create the XX. Remember, a strike in French is an abba. And in Hebrew, father is an abba. BB is in the center. It's 1, 2, 2, 1. And it's the only way to stay inside the alphabet is 1, 2, 2, 1. The 12, 21. We're playing soccer now and we're into the extra time. How much is that extra time? How much is that doggy in the window? And let me look in and see. How is everybody out there? My son is writing me again, so I have to tell him yes. Yes, sir, my son. I am in the middle of a video. Early for sure. Thank you. Okay, so where are we now? I'm a little thirsty, so I'm going to be getting up to get a drink. I don't know if it's proper for me to get up, but I'm thirsty, so maybe I shouldn't drink. But if I don't drink, I can't think, because the water can't flow. Electric company, the water flows between the two sides, and the meter is running. I'll be back in a minute. A little bit of carrot juice. Want to know about the snowman and the 3 balls on the snowman? I'll probably come up with a story. Can you say I'm a theorist? I come up with different theories, but the way I come up to my theories, okay, you're going to have to see. Am I a professional? What is a professional? Does anybody want to see what happened to Wild Bill Hancock? Is that what his name? What's his name? Dead Man's Hand, and his name was Dead Man's Hand, varied through years ago in the Old West. I think it was Bill Hancock or whatever his name was. And I'm going to show you what happened. Dead Man's Hand is 2 aces and 2 8s, right? There you go. Dead Man's Hand. The ace is over here in the center, and here's your 2 8s on each side. That's the way it, because they're sideways. They're 8s, 88, and there's your ace in the center. It's a diamond 8. Because that's the only way you keep it together. With a club and spade 8, you automatically create that diamond, creating a short circuit between 2 sides, but you're also bringing life. There's nothing between this life. You see the way it's going through? It's supposed to be... Anyways, forget about that. I brought something in silly. Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! My carpet cleaner is here. Hey, gray balls, what's happening? Great balls of fire! Okay, let me continue on to this. Okay, so now we have this, we got this. We're not going to show you this. This, okay, because on the telephone, they removed the Q, okay, and they removed the Z on the telephone, and they put it on the 1 key. The Q and the Z are the 26th and the 17th letter, equaling to 43, which is your DC power. 4 times 3, 4 plus 3 is 12, and 7 equals 19. 3 times 19 is 57. We're back to Albert part of the Albert Einstein. How the 2 words of Albert Einstein come together for the signal testing. Sigmund Freud test service. Now I must study a little bit more about Albert Einstein and Sigmund Freud in order to understand, okay? I'm trying to think. Another thing I'm going to tell you in between, everybody keeps saying to me, why do you add 0? Why do you add 0 for 6? Why do you add 0? Well, guess what? Today I finally found a theory. Why I add 0 is because I put the 1 through it to make the rest of everything work. Otherwise, nothing works in electric company. And guess what? We put 99 equals 9, We put 99. It all starts on the star of Bethlehem, Jupiter. Jupiter. Within the earth it divides, and that's what you have, because in French, Jupiter says the division of the earth. We count backwards. That's why 0 is 6. When I go 90 to 89, I'm already at 9. So when I go to 6, it's one more before you reach the number 5. And then you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 5 in the middle, but it's not 5 in the middle. It's 9 in the middle. I got 2 hands. 9 is in the middle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 9 and 4, 13 and 13, 26. I now got the dog pound. Somehow the ring was tied to these sides, and this is what was put in the center of these 2 rings. Okay? 9 here, 5 here, 5 here, and 5 in the center. You see, I didn't have ABC. The 6 is missing because it's in the center. The center light. The return of the SIG test, the signal lighting test. Albert Einstein, Sigmund Freud, let's count backwards. NASA counts backwards in the stars. We don't count forward. Man already has inside of who he is. When he counts backwards and he gets to himself, he stops. He doesn't go 0 because man doesn't disappear. Just like baseball and basketball, I've mentioned before, the reason there's no tie in basketball and baseball is because you're still alive on Earth. You're alive or you're dead. Okay? You're in one world or the other world. You see the 2 moons? The center moon is empty. It's connected. It's like a balancing beam. I'm holding it and I'm trying to balance myself. Do I exactly know what I'm talking about? Yes. Am I explaining it the way it should actually 100 be? No, I can't. I could never. 7 billion people on the earth, and I'm expecting everybody to understand me? Let's start with me understanding me. Then I'll work on one at a time. If somebody wants to understand me. If nobody wants to understand me, well, it's pretty simple. Shut down the computer. Turn me off if I don't turn you on. Let me go down and show you the other place of the century. Here's another place. You see the 5? Can you see the same 5 inside of it? One side and the other side. You see the way, but they're separated by very, very little. This is the I and the H. We did go over, we went over that? Did we go over the, I don't know if I did this in my last video. Everybody, if you ever see this, do you know what this is? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You're going down and up, reaching into the box of every single number, connecting them. That's all it is. You're connecting dots in here. Look, you don't connect this one, you connect this one, and this one, you don't connect this one. The value of connecting this dot, this dot, this dot, when you go into the center, the value is 3 and 5 electric company. When you go over here, the value is H, okay? The connecting of the 4 worlds. When you go over here, it's electric company. The value here is H. Every single time you make a move, it will make a different connection for a different reason. Where did I get the answer? I went to the casino. 35 to 1 on a number. 17 to 1 between 2 numbers. 8 to 1 between 4 numbers. 11 to 1 on 3 numbers. They're telling me everything. There is an answer for everything. There is a theory for every question. Let me see where I am next. This is something that Holly sent me. Or actually, Holly didn't send me this, but I found Holly through this. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6, 5, 4, 3. 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you cannot say anything about this. Do you know why? Because the dice cube only has 6 sides. It's the only reason I'm showing you this. Something else I'm going to show you that I already showed you. And I talked about the Stanley Cup. And I talked about the Super Bowl. Okay? And I talked about having things on ice. Somehow, there's something in our body. We have to find something in this world that creates the Stanley Cup. But let's just throw that out. I showed everybody this one already, right? T and U, 2. This says 2, T and U. 21 and 20 is 41. You go all the way around and back to the Mediterranean, you got a link. You have linked up in Monopoly. It creates the T, the U, the S, the I, the H. See how big we have to make the I and the H from each other? The H has to encompass one of these worlds, the spirit world or the soul world. I don't know how that works. And I know I'm talking pretty much too quick. And there's so many things I can tell you. The one thing that I was not on yet, and I'm going to get back to the Albert Einstein in a second, is baseball. Why we have a fifth inning rainout, and why we have a seventh inning stretch, and how the seventh inning stretch connects to Nibiru. It connects to Nibiru for the same reason as the word rust. R-U-S-T are both 39s, okay? But I'm not going to get into that. I really have to sit down with somebody. I still have to sit down and explain that when I write down the balls and the strikes, ball equals 27, strike equals 92, ball, strike total, 119, 911. So let's get that out of it. Let's go back to this. Okay, so what I'm going to bring to you now, okay, and I'm a little mixed up, is that April 7th, the 4th month of the 7th day. July 4th, the 7th month of the 4th day. Now I'm going to show you what fits in between that. Five times 7 equals 35. 5 plus 7 equals 12 equals 47. 7 times 5 equals 35. 7 plus 5 equals 12. Okay? And that equals 47. 47, 47, 47, 47. Okay? 47, 47. April 7th, 44 days later, is May 21st. The 5th month, 5. 21st day, 512, memory. The cube, Earth 3, and what I call Jupiter as the electronic planet, as the 5th planet, 3 and 5, electric company, the 5th of May, the 21st of May, 5 and 3 is 8. The month of 4 and 7 that I read you before, April 7th is 4 and 7, 4 and 7 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2, 5 and 3 is 8, you get 2 and 8. And then July 4th, 7 and 4, which is the number of Christ. 7 and 4, 47 is the number of time. T-I-M-E, that's how I get to April. T-I-M-E is 47, and it gets to April. 74 gets to Christ. July 4th, okay, is 44 days away from May 21st, which is 44 days away from April 7th. 44, 44. If you want, we can go 414 in between. I'm speaking about a leap year. The 98th day of the year is this day in a leap year, and it's the 97th day in a non-leap year, equaling to 63, creation of the angel. Okay, residence, 666. So now we have 74, which is 2. This one's 8. This was 2. We have 282, and that is time heaven. Heads or tails. 242, which is number 86. This is the cat in the box. This is what the box is. The black box fits right here on May 21st. That's where it fits in between these 2 months, 4774, in which is about 5775. Now 5775, 57 is the number of the moon. 3 times 19, in which they move the Z and the Q over to number 1, in which the 1 is on an angle all the way, 159 on that angle, 1 and 9 connect, and 4 times 3, 4 plus 3 is 7 and 12, equal to 19. Now you connect the two. 43 connects your presidents. If I take 50 stars and 30 eggs, because it's 2.5 dozen, and then I take 43 presidents, I equal to 123 times the number of time, which is 47, equals to the number of 5781, which is the moon and Venus. 1 times 8 is 8, 1 plus 8 is 9 is 17, back to the beginning of 1776. We now have the moon of Venus, 5781, but we are in the Hebrew New Year of 5775. How do we work it out? Well, guess what? man didn't show up on the first day. We have to remove the number of the earth and then remove the number of the light comes in, the number of the earth. We have 5775 this year, which connects to 4774, in which, if I'm correct, 13 moons on 4774 is 62026, which equals 808, and in the bicycle cards to light me up, it's 818. Bill Hancock's losing of Dead Man's Hand of 8 aces and 8s. Dead Man's Hand, Bill Hillcock. And it was in 1876, which is a reflection of the 10 times 10, which is 1876. There's a reason I get to every single area. I don't do it on purpose. It pushes me that way. I'm obligated to tell you that when I add up 4 and 5, it equals to 9, but it also equals to 20 plus 9 is 29, in which 20 was in the zero world. I have to add 6 to the 20, and 9 for the IT world. 29 plus 6 is 35. Electric company again, May 21st. May 21st is dead center of that cube. Will the cube have a birthday? Will Atlantis rise from beneath? But let me continue on in this video, please. I'm not screaming at you or anybody. I'm excited. And in order for me to stay up and find everything that I need to find, I need to stay energetic. I barely smoke weed at all. First of all, I haven't smoked in over a month weed, okay? That's number one. Number two, whenever I have smoked, okay, for those who want to know, I bought this, 7 grams. There's 3 grams left in here, okay? I bought it in February, okay? Crazy that I tell my doctor, yeah, I do smoke weed, but I'm smoking like less than a gram a week, because all I needed to do is take one little puff and I don't need any more for the rest of the day unless I'm doing a video. Then it keeps my mind open. The drugs close my mind, and I smoke a little weed and it opens my mind. And if I wouldn't be on this at all, but wait a second, people don't understand me. Something's not right. My ex-wife just called. She wanted to know if I was feeling well. She saw one of my videos. I have not shown this yet, but number 21, the 24 is the cat, the 24 is the 2 and 4 is the cat, the 21 is the cube, 19 is the moon, 32 is the open door, 32 degrees, I freeze my face, 62, 062, okay, in which 26 and 15 on each side. No, you can't use this, you have to use the, you see it starts red, 26 and 15 is 41, that's one time around the Monopoly board, 15 and 4 connect. Did I mention this? That if we hit number 31, okay, you go to jail. 131 is jail. Once you're in jail, you're on the Monopoly board. You never get to do anything. Once you hit jail, you don't get to play anymore. You have to throw the dice 3 times. So what we get in Albert Einstein, there was a few other pieces. I'm going to keep going. Do you remember what I mentioned? 50 times 47 is 2350. 0 equals 6. Moses is born. 33 of Christ times 47 equals to the amount of 1410, if I remember correctly. Is that right? Let me write this down. 30. 30 times 47. Is that right? 3 by 4 is 12. Yeah. 30 by 47 is 1410, which is October of this year. 2014 at the same time. And Jesus was born. And then the 43 presidents later were in the year 2021. 43 by 47, if I remember, is 2021. But we're in 2014. Remove man's cube. Man came with a cube. We removed the cube. We're back to 2014 again. If we have multiplied this cube by 21, we need 2 because nothing starts with 1. Everybody in life needs a cube, and you start life with 2. 21 and 21. 21, if I remember correctly, equals to 987. Do it twice. It's 1974. The one spirit of the 9 birth of the 47 of the creation of the angel. I call him, what do you want me to call him? Inside the dog pound. 987 and 789 equals 1786. 21 is the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals to 21. Times 47 equals to 987. Plus 789 is 1786. If I add 987, if I go 42, because you need the man and the woman, 42, which is the number of the universe, which is the cat. You need the woman because that one woman is in the head. You need 2 of these in you. Actually, do you need 2 or 3? Anyways, it doesn't matter, because there's a reason that a square. You want to see a square? There's 2 kinds of squares. I'm going to show you. There's this square and there's this square. The minute you turn this one at an angle, your obligation is to do this. It cuts 4 different areas and then puts 1 in the center. It's an obligation. Once you put your 11 line down here, okay, it becomes K and K. If you put the K and K back to each other, it creates your star system. So when you get 21 and 21, which is 42, times each other equals to 1974. That 1974 plus 5721 equals to 5961 equals to 7695. Now this is another connection to Einstein. 95 connects to Einstein, 69 connects to man, and 76 connects to the God Creator. 7 lines and 6 lines of the 69 of 5. You want to see what it looks like? Now if you remove 7286 from this, now I know it's getting less interesting, but I have to see myself. 903. This is the answer. The end result is 369. 309, okay, or 603 becomes 369 because all zeros equal 6. So when I do the Einstein theory, in which 5, 7, and 9 is not in here, I add them together and I multiply them, you'll see I'll get to 315. This will say ACE. On your keyboard, the 3rd key, the 1st key, and the 5th key, okay, will be CAT. The 5th key on the top is a T, okay? The 3rd key on the bottom is a C, and the 1st key in the middle is an A, okay? You get this number over here, 5, 7, and 9. So I told you, when you multiplied this number, we ended up with 315, plus you have 21, this would equal to 336, and this would equal to 330, let me add this up, plus 21, it adds up to 21, which is the cube, which is 336. 336, which is 12 moons, alpha, beta, okay, times the 28 days will equal to 336, in which 28 plus 1.25 days are left over. And the reason for the 1.25 days, or the 30 hours, is for the creation of man. And in the leap year, after the last moon, is 2.25 days left over, because now we're into 366 days. Is that what it is? Let me do this. 364, 1.25, 366. This is 1.25. This is, no, it equals to actually 2. There's 2 complete days, or the number 48. 48 is the number for space, okay? 48 is the number for space, right? Right here. This is what's left over in the leap year, 48. It's the 48th Super Bowl, and 48 for 1776, and how we can have the gematria link, okay, for 76 and 17. And in French, 17, 18, 19 are separate from the rest of the numbers when you add up after 11 all the way to 16. When 11 to 16 says 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, always with a Z, 01, 02, 03. But 17 says 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. So 17 is actually 23. 18 is 24, and 19 is 25. 17, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25, which equals to 7, 6, 5, equals to 18, plus 20, 40, 60, 69, 72 equals to 90, and that's exactly what it is this year, 90, and the Boston Bruins are wearing 90, and those presidents are 90. 90 becomes 96, which becomes 9 times 6 is 54, the sun, and 9 and 6 is 15 equals 71, and we're back to connecting to our number 71 on the piano. the 7th gate to the 1. Okay? So we did that. We talked about the rain out, one of the reasons for the rain out. And if you take a look at the word out in the 5th inning, there's 15 outs. The letters are A and E, and 1 times 5 and 1 plus 5 will equal 11, equaling to K, and it says oak. So it's almost like the old oak tree, but I have not looked deeper into it. That's why I have not given you a theory for it yet. Okay? The same thing for the 7th inning stretch, in which Nibiru are 18 and 21 outs because of man's creation, and the Cuban man put together the R and U, which is the part of Nibiru. And if you spell Nibiru, you can also write Boston Bruins. It's the same thing. When we get to the 9th inning, there's 51 outs into the 9th inning. If the home team is winning, it ends at 51 outs. Okay? But if the home team is not winning, okay, if the home team is not winning the game and they are losing the game, they must play the 9th inning. Now, if they lose the game, they will end up at 54 outs, which is the number of the sun. And if they win the game, in the 9th inning, that means automatically there's going to be 56 outs and no more, even 55 outs or 54 outs, because they must win with only 2 outs, 1 out, or no outs. Otherwise, the inning is over. So therefore, you have 51 outs, 52 outs, or 53 outs in the game. Electric company if the game ends. But if it's 52 outs, you end on Earth. If it's 51 outs, you end on Mars, and the home team won. If it's 54 outs, usually the home team has lost the game on 54 outs, and the home team wins. They win the 54. They take home the sun. The sun? Oh, it's S-U-N. S-U-N. Is that the way it works? I went to school and you know what? I failed English because I just didn't like the way they were spelling their words. Gold, 3476. Moon, 3476. The golden calf that we pray to, gold is evil. The moon must be evil. Or something about the moon is evil, or something they've done with the moon is evil. They control the water. If they control the water, they control electric company. If they control electric company, well, they're controlling what's in your mind right now. Right through the bridge of your nose. Right between your eyes. These are electrical eyes, my friend. You may see me and you see well, and thank God. Thank God they let you see. But what you see, have you really just distorted your whole screen? They make you see what you see. You don't see what you see because you see what you see. You see it because of the system. You were born from nothing. You were a sperm and an egg. You grow up from a child. You only learned to understand, Mommy, what is this? Mommy, what is this? You asked all your life to learn, so you knew nothing, obviously. You had to learn to know, and you have the eyes, their eyes. You don't have your eyes. You have their eyes, what they chose for you to see. The manipulation of these screens that are in front of us is a manipulation. Another thing you would like to know, that 555, north, east, west, and south, give me the news. 555, 19, give me the moon. Give me the news, 1.25, and the moon is 19. Do you follow me with that? 19, 19, 19 is the moon, okay? There's 3 areas where 19 works in the French language, but we're not going to get into that right now. So I showed you this over here. Even though this 10, 2 and 8 is 10, equals 1, right? But as 10, 0 equals 6, you become 7. When you create the whole situation, 7 times 3 is 21, 7 plus 3 is 10, we get 31 again, and 31 again, we end up with 622.6 if you want to go that way. 622.6 is the letter Z, and it's ZZ because we're back in the dog pound. Did you say zodiac? Did you say zoology? Did you say New Zealand? N and Z, 2 of the same letters, go together? How they created the zebra is like, I'd like to know. Because somehow underneath in New Zealand, there's a lot more. And when I first began, I just call it the science lab, underneath deep into the Baltic Oceans, where they need the radiation to keep things going. Otherwise, everything falls apart and we go free. So we spoke about the 7th inning stretch. We spoke about return of the Sith. We spoke about Nibiru, how we become saints 39. How we are the ox, 39. And how we are the wheel, 39. R-U-S-T, rust, ox, rusty socks. That's it, look, rusty and intoxicated, just from all the words of 39, S-S-S-S. 88, Wild Bill Hancock's, loses to the 8th. To the 8, here it is, Wild Bill Hancock's, 8, 1, and 8. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, 8 and 7 is 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals to 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. 3 and 3 is the Christ, and that's how it is. Let me give you one more element of what I'm going to do here. I'm going to multiply something a little bit different. For Moses, 47 times 47 is 2209. Jesus was 47 times 43, which was 1551. 1551, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 11. 11 for Christ. 74 equals Jesus. J-E-S-U-S. Christ equals 77. Mass equals 33. Equals to 110 stories of the Twin Towers, or 184. But besides that, 77 for Christ. 71, okay, 74 for Jesus equals 151. The same way as if Jesus was here 47 times 33, the number of Christ. But by the way, Jesus, he died at the age of 36. How do I know? Because he wasn't born in the stable, he was born on a table. They just mixed you up. He was born before the time of 0. Okay? He wasn't born at the time of 0. 0 was in the middle. That was impossible. Because if this is a numbers world, he had to be born at -3. Because he's 3 for creation. So instead of being born at the Hebrew time of 3760, he's born at the Hebrew time of 3757, 3757, 5775. Man in his world, Terre des Hommes, here in Quebec, Canada, 47 years ago, and Jesus comes back. And what is the year? 5775. I know I missed something, and the part that I missed is the telephone. Why they changed the 2 letters of Q and Z equals to 43 and brought it over to the number 1, in which the 7th position, okay, excuse me, they brought the 2 numbers 17 and 26, which is 8 and 8, over to the 1 position. The total is 43 plus the 1 position equals 44. The 7th position, which is equal to 70 or 76, but go down to 70, take away the Q, you're at number 53, electric company. Go over to number 9, where the total was 98, remove the Z. You're down from 98 to 72. 72 and 53 is 125, which is May 5th, which is 5 times 5 times 5. 125. And that connects the 3 worlds of Trinity. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. What else is there? I guess we're going to leave it at that. 44 days from April 7th to May 21st. May 21st to July 4th is 4747282 time heaven. Now 282 and a half is 141. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 99. And we're back to the beginning of Jupiter in the middle. Count backwards. All zeros equal 6. Because if they didn't, you're starting at 10. You're going counting. Let's start counting from 90. What's the first number we count? 89. If we start counting from 10, what's the first number we count? 9. Are we beginning to count? And you don't count 1, it's blast off. Therefore, all zeros are 6. Raphael 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus. Will this video upload? I did it on Cyberlink. Thank you for watching.